G'day everybody. Now, because of your location online where you have come to, I'm guessing you've already assumed that it's me, the anti-theocrat, and yes, it is. Back for another one. Now, I've got a backlog of old material from this lock-in period that I've got to get through, material I didn't get done earlier, but something new's come across my desk, and we're going to have to take a look at this. Where are we? Here we go. Now, I've translated this from the Spanish, so let's have a look, shall we? This is La Vanguardia from Spain. Irene Montreux maintains her isolation by continuing to test positive for coronavirus. The Minister for Equality continues to work telemetrically from her home. Coronavirus in Spain, latest news. Yeah, we'll get onto that a bit later. The Minister for Equality, Irene Montero, confirmed on Thursday that she's still testing positive for coronavirus, therefore remains in isolation and working telemetrically from her home. I wonder if she is, or is she just a lazy cow? I'm not going to be polite to this person, because this person, along with others in her nation, from the top down, underplayed the dangers of the coronavirus simply so that they could get through the Women's March. They pushed on with the Women's March, getting hundreds of thousands, I don't know, tens of thousands, whatever in the fuck it was that did the Women's March in Spain. Seems to be a popular thing with the Spaniards. But anyway, yeah, they got all these people out together in these mass groups out in the streets by underplaying the danger of the virus and pushing ahead. Apparently the Prime Minister, or whatever in the hell they have in Spain, his wife went out and marched, and this woman went out and marched, and hey, she's got the infection. This person deserves everything she gets. Unfortunately, she may not be getting enough of it. You know, when people try to kill their own, they call it genocide. When Pol Pot murdered tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, whatever in the fuck he killed people, they called that genocide. This woman attempted genocide on her own people. I do not have to be polite about this person in any way, shape or form. The number 2 of Ponderomoros has been in quarantine for more than a month since it was last March 11. I'm guessing it's a translation problem. Before the state of alarm was decreed. Yes. And on the 8th of March, they did a women's march, which they held off on having the alarm just so they could do that. That's the word going about, and this woman is the head of that. She's the person who pushed this the hardest. She's the person in the most power. She's the Equalities Minister, which means Women's Minister, but let's not go there. When it gave positive results for the first time in the tests that were done after noticing symptoms of the virus. Yeah, she noticed symptoms of the virus days after the Women's March. Do I feel sorry for her? I've already said what I feel. In statements to this lot, connected by Europa Press, Montero has stated that she is well, and that in fact she has been lucky. I'm guessing Spanish doesn't translate she and he, because her symptoms have been very mild. However, she explained, there is no assurance that it will not continue to spread, and therefore she must remain isolated, determined by the health authorities. Minister clarifies that she is well and she has been lucky because her symptoms are very mild. Shame on that. She should have had the most severe symptoms possible without actually dying. Seriously. Sterility would not have been enough. Bit of lung damage to go with it. And it's really hard to wish bad on things on people, but really, we hung people at the Nuremberg trials. Get it? This is how I'm framing this. She and the government played down the coronavirus so that they could go ahead with the women's marches on the 8th of March. On the 11th of March, hey presto, she's positive. Now, yeah, she put herself in danger as well, but that does not excuse her putting thousands of people in danger. So yes, I am comparing her to, the atrocities that Nuremberg was dealing with. Although she was working remotely and from her home, the minister has been unable to participate in the councils of ministers for more than a month. See, is she just a lazy bitch? She couldn't Skype in or something? They couldn't make some allowance for her? The reason that even to attend telemetrically, one would have to go to the ministry's headquarters to guarantee the security of communication. Oh dear. What a shame. And she's got such important things to discuss too. Equality and all that shit. I mean, you definitely want some security and secrecy around that shit, otherwise someone might get the idea you're full of shit. Video conferences with Council of Ministers is done through the lines and meshes. Yeah, I don't give a shit. If you can't organise something at top levels of government in your nation so that this bint can work from home, then I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I just wanted to bring this one to everyone's attention. This has been a really short one, hasn't it? So far we're 7 minutes in, not even. So yes, look, I've been having a real week of this stuff. I mean, the UN, the fellow who talked to the reporter in Taiwan who hung up on her when she tried to push the idea that Taiwan might be an independent state, his back-patting of China and the New York governor, who promoted keeping the city open long after the infection was rampant already, along with everyone else who thought that Orange Man bad was the best policy rather than shutting down. These people have got things to answer for. These people are taking political sides against standing governments who are doing their best to act in this crisis. We've got the same here. Today I'm dealing with some people who think that we should go green energy at this time because we're pumping more in subsidies into the coal industry than we are into dealing with the coronavirus. What the fuck do they want? Us to shut down our power system, our grid to just go dry because we don't have enough alternate powers alternate generation systems up and running at this point. Everyone that gets built here locally gets contracted to supply its power direct to a mine. Every fucking little bit of that power goes there, which means the power I'm getting, the power our hospital is getting, is still coming off the grid. And it's still coming from coal and gas-fired plants. What do they want? Do they want the government to just stop handing out money to support these industries, which is through things like roads, transports, health and safety? There's a multitude of ways that these companies, and all companies, can access money. Shit, I could access money if I was the sort of person who was any good at writing applications. I have a very small business. There's money available. What do they want? This money just shut down? The whole economy to go to crap because our electricity suddenly costs 10 times more than it used to yesterday? And then you got idiot women like this pop up in my news feed. And oh, poor her, she's freaking got the infection. By the way, down here was my point of interest at the time of translating this. 551 deaths in the last 24 hours in Spain. And you can thank this woman and the government that she is a representative of for creating that situation. Anyway, that's all I've got. I know I'm under 10 minutes, but I don't give a toss at this point. I've got nothing more to say on this. I might get a second one out today. Let's see how we go getting this one rendered. I've been the Anti-Theocrat. Until the next one, may your gods remain fictional, and I will see you then.